Hi guys, this is Nutree Professional. My name is Natalia Thompson. I am a learning leader and a professional stylist of this brand. Today we'll present you our Masterclass and a training kit for stylists and beauty salons. This training kit will help you to master the services of keratin straightening, Botox for hair, and tanninoplasty. This kit is suitable for stylists who have never worked with keratin, texture products, or hair Botox. With our kit, you can try out these procedures on a doll. You will understand how the product works, how to apply it, what the result you will achieve. Also, the kit will suit salon owners who is going to introduce these services into the menu of his salon as well. List of contents will appear on your screens now. Please note, if you buy a kit for your salon, take a kit for 1 or 2 stylists. The kit has everything you need, except for a hairdryer and flat iron. We have already unpacked our kits and got prepared for the procedures. This is what the doll looks like. We'll be working with all 5 products at the same time, so we need to prepare our dolls. What is special about working with keratin straightening and hair Botox while you are training on a doll? These dolls have human hair, but the hair is from different people. And all these hairs are different in structure. The doll may have both thin, medium, and thick hair. The hair of different types is gathered together. When these dolls are being produced, its hair is treated with a special compound. This compound closes the cuticle hardly. Usually, not all these products need to wash hair with deep cleaning shampoo, but since our dolls have closed cuticles, we need to prepare their chemically treated hair for the procedure. It makes hair more responsive to the product, so the first thing we should do is to take a set of basic keratin product, Amazonless, our strongest formula, the effect of which lasts up to 6 months. Find there step number 1. This is a deep cleaning shampoo. Now we are going to wash our doll and prepare its hair for the procedures. So we will wash doll's hair with a deep cleaning shampoo. Leave the doll in the sink for 5 minutes. Then rinse off the shampoo and dry the hair completely. Do not spare shampoo. We need to open the cuticle as much as possible, especially if the dolls are new. We washed the hair with a deep cleansing shampoo and left it for 5 minutes. Now the dolls have the cuticle opened. Lena's doll has damaged hair, so she combs it. And now we will dry the hair completely by 100% and then divide it into 5 zones. Check the hair with your hand to see if it is dry. Completely. My doll has curly hair that dries rather quickly. So we start dividing them into sections. We will work as follows. We'll split the hair into 2 frontal zones. Then divide one of the frontal zones into 2 parts and 2 back zones. We will try different products in different zones. Let's begin to divide the hair. What are we going to do now? We have already prepared the doll. So let's start to apply the products as follows. In front, at the right frontal zone, it's here. We will be working with the Amazonless Classic Keratin product. It is long-acting for 6 months, green. We will divide this zone into 2 parts and work with Botox. Here they are. The pink one is suitable for all types of hair and for blondes. To work with Botox for blondes, we need to lighten some of the hair. We will apply bleaching powder, Blondoran, on a half of the front zone. And while we are applying the rest of the products, the powder will lighten the hair and we'll be able to try blonde Botox. When working with real clients, you can't perform lightening procedures in one day with Botox. But we work with a training doll, so we will do it to understand how the product works. On the back zones on the occipital, we will apply Step Unique One-Step Keratin to the left side. And to the right that has colored hair clip, we will apply Tanninoplasty. Our products work in different ways. For example, 3 of these products need to be kept on the hair for some time, and the last one needs to be applied immediately. It does not require exposure. Amazonless Classic Keratin does not require exposure, so it should be applied last. So, first we will apply products that require exposure for 30 minutes. These 3. They are Botox, Step Unique, and Tannino. And then, when the strand is already lightened, we will work with Blue Botox and Amazonless. Let's start? Don't forget to put your gloves on first. Let me remind you, keratin is an acidic substance. All these products have an acidic pH to varying degrees, from 3.2 to 4.5. So we retreat from the client's scalp about 1 inch, maybe even 1.5, and put the gloves on to avoid burns. Also, if you are not sure how the client's skin will react to the product, it is recommended to perform an allergic patch test. Take the first bowl. We will use bleaching powder. I have the Wannabe Blonde from the Bray brand. Very cool powder, I really like it. Brightens quickly for 9+ tones. Contains burity extract that allows for perform maximum lightening with reduction of yellow or orange pigment on color development. You can use any powder of any cosmetics brand your salon works with. It really doesn't matter, but I like this one. We will use 20% oxide as well. You can take 30% if you want to achieve the results faster. The first step is the hair preparation for blonde Botox. To work with blonde Botox, we will lighten the front strand of doll's hair. Apply bleaching powder along the length of the hair. We will not use a double process as we are working with a doll, but when working with a live client, you need to follow a certain order. First, apply the powder to the length, then to the roots. But in our case, we just need to lighten the strand to demonstrate the toning effect of blonde Botox, so we'll apply it along the length of the hair. I repeat once again, Botox cannot be performed on the same day as lightening. Please remember, you may use Botox not earlier than 2 weeks after hair lightening. The way we are doing it now is allowed only at the training with a doll from our kit. Lena suggested a wonderful idea. You can wrap the hair in foil to speed up the process and save your time so the lightening process will go faster. After all, we need this lightening strand for testing Botox and training only. Now let's move to the first 3 areas. Here we're going to apply Botox. We take pink Botox as it works on hair of all types and colors. Here we will apply Step Unique, and here Tanninoplasty. All these products are applied in the same way, retreating from the scalp by 1 inch, maybe even more depending on how curly the hair is. Making horizontal selections and apply. In work, we always use a comb. It is necessary when you need to distribute the product over the head evenly. Then we wait 30 minutes and go to the sink to wash off the product. I am preparing another bowl, so for 3 products, I need 3 bowls. This is Tanino. Pour about 30 milliliters, maybe even a little less since this product is very liquid, is easily distributed. The remains of the product you can use for work with one person, your first real client. Tanino is a totally organic keratin that includes synthesized proteins from plant components exclusively. These are cocoa beans, soybeans, sugarcane cysteine. That means the product does not contain any animal components, any animal ingredients. Vegans, this is the product for you. Now we move to the next product. We need a new bowl from our kit. Take Step Unique. Let's apply it on the left side. So we are all ready to use Step Unique. I'll apply it to the back area with the black hair clip. We need to take about 20 grams. I used exactly 20 grams for my doll. We also retreat about an inch or 2 centimeters from the scalp. Apply the product along the entire length. Try to distribute evenly. When in doubt, use a comb. When working with keratin and Botox, the even distribution of the product is very important as there is a very common mistake. It is as follows: if the product was distributed incorrectly, then voids appear in the hair, areas not filled with keratin, and during very aggressive heat treatment. As you remember, keratin hair straightening and Botox is a chemical procedure that requires high temperature to fix the keratin inside the hair. And the areas with these voids, the areas of poor product distribution, are exposed to excessive heat. So the creases may appear there. The hair in the areas of poor product distribution will not break immediately, but it will break after a while. In a week or two, your client's hair will become brittle. To prevent this from happening, it is important to distribute the product properly. It was a case of poor distribution. If you apply too much of the product, it won't be good as well. The hair will be difficult to dry. It will take a very long time to dry the product off. That was the first. And secondly, the client will have a feeling of a dirty head after the procedure. And even if you wash his hair in the salon, or he will wash it at home, this feeling will not go away for several weeks. For 2 to 3 weeks, he will think he has dirty hair, and the hair will get dirty quickly. This is because you applied too much of the product. In this procedure, it is important to find a middle ground. Don't be greedy, and don't overdo it. Now we are moving to the part of the hair where we will try Botox. And I remind you that we will leave these products for 30 minutes. Our next product is Botox. It is pink Botox. We should apply it to the areas that has not been lightened. Let's see how this product works. You need about 100 grams of the mask for hair of medium density with a length up to the shoulder blades. By the way, this service, hair Botox, as I said at our previous seminars with live models. So, Botox is primarily designed for hair restoration. Straightening comes only in second place. So, Botox gives a straightening effect, but it will not be long-lasting. If clients have a need to restore their hair to get an anti-freeze effect, to shorten the time of their daily hair care routine, Botox is a very good option. But when consulting your client, you realize that the client's first need is hair straightening. Then it is better to use keratins. Botox is also applied about 2 centimeters or 1 inch from the hair roots. Distribute it with a comb. Botox is great for moisturizing hair because it contains marine collagen and glutamic oxide. We are done with Botox. Now let's see how our hair has been lightened. Now we need to note the exposure time for the products Tanino, Step Unique, Keratin Straightening, and Botox Classic Pink. You need to leave it for 30 minutes. Lena will finish soon and show us. And while we're waiting, we'll wash off the powder. And then, let's start applying blonde Botox. The powder must be washed off in such a way that do not affect the applied Botox and keratins. We washed the doll. Lena correctly observed that the color is not very light. It's because we kept the powder. Less than 45 minutes. If you want to test this product, Blonde Botox, on a really light color, I recommend to lighten the hair a few more levels to see the effect. But we have just a base application. Now, to save our time, we will apply Botox and see how it neutralizes the yellowness and what happens to this color in general. You can dry it quickly, even not using comb. Blue hair Botox is for blondes. This is the same thermal mask as pink Botox, but it has a deep blue pigment in its composition, and from the point of view of hair coloring and toning, it obeys the laws of color. It's blue color. Therefore, if you pay special attention, when working with blondes and their hair is very yellow, just like a lemon, if you use this Botox, you run the risk of getting a green color. This product is deep blue. What to do in this case? If you don't want to get a very deep pigment, very blue, you can wash it off a little. The instructions say, Botox needs to be washed off by 50 or 80%. We leave half of the product on the hair. And if you do not want to get such an intense pigment, then you can wash off the product much more. Leave, for example, 1/3 or 1/4 of the product. And vice versa, if you want intense pigment. The brighter pigment you want to get, the more product you leave on the hair. We still have 15 minutes left. We see the timer. Lena and myself finished work with all the keratins and blonde Botox, and there are still 15 minutes left. And now we can apply Amazon List Classic Keratin Straightening that lasts for 6 months. This product is 3-phase and there is no need to dry it. That is, we apply it. Then we go to the sink and wash off half of all the other products that were applied earlier. But we do not wash off this product. We immediately proceed to drying. We will also dry the hair in sectors so that you can understand how each of the products is being dried. We will return to Amazon List last. The fact that it will be on the hair for some time will not affect the final result. And we do it in such a way only as a part of this training. When working with this product only, with green Amazon List, a classic 3-phase keratin, you can start drying after application immediately. It doesn't need to be washed off. With Amazon List Classic, you should work from a short distance. Also, you need to work from the face of your client. You can even use sections diagonally back. I mean, we do not work forward so that the client sniffs all of these vapors. And stand at arm's length. This helps to reduce watery eyes. To minimize the amount of smell and steam when working with this product, dry it with warm air, not hot, because if you dry hair with hot air, trying to shorten the drying time, you will just make the keratin to burn on the hair, and it creates a lot of smoke. And you will not get the desired effect. Well, we're back. And we begin to dry. In terms of the drying process, all products are being dried in the same way. Use only warm air. We only won't dry the area where the classic green Amazon List keratin was applied. I mean, this part will dry at the very last moment. We use warm air. Okay, we have dried 2 keratins already. Tonino and Step Unique, as well as 2 Botox products. You can see our doll's hair has already become almost straight from all the partings. I'll turn the doll and show it to you. Only one zone left. We still need to dry Strong Keratin Green Amazonless Classic. Now I will finish with these areas and start drying the last zone. We applied Keratin Amazonless there. It's important to dry it last so you can see the difference. Which products have a smell, which do not, in what quantity, and what effect they give. I finished drying my doll. Lena also almost finished. Let me remind you, I used here different products. The hair looks like this. We will wash off this part with Amazonless and apply a mask. We don't need to wash off the rest of the products because, when working with Tonino, Step Unique, and Botox, we will only work with an iron. We pull out the hair, and the satisfied client can go home. If the client has a feeling of a dirty hair after the procedures, you can wash their hair in the salon and do the styling as usual too. To meet the needs of the client. What do we see? My doll has curly African American hair. This is the Tonino part. After the hair dryer, here is Step Unique, here is Botox, and here is Amazonless. Let's start ironing? Lena, show me your doll. After drying, the hair is quite straight. Smooth. Now we start working with the iron. Work in sections. Take horizontal strands. We start from the back of the head and move forward in order to reduce discomfort for our clients. Well, at the same time, we can see how the product works. On this right side of the doll's head, the Tonino product was applied. I repeat it once again, so you won't get confused. This is tanninoplasty, organic keratin consisting of plant components only. In most cases, it does not require ironing. That is, this is a ready-made result from Tonino. But if you see that the hair is not straightened to the end, that could happen to be very curly hair. Then you can iron it a couple of times, but this is an optional step, optional. Tonino application is shorter than others. It is designed to complete the procedure quickly, so you could tint the hair or do something else soon after it. We are done! Let's see what happened to wavy and damaged hair. Tonino did an excellent job. We see that the hair is straight, smooth. It doesn't look so damaged anymore, and you don't need to do anything more to your client. I would only do some touch-up to give the final look. The product has no smell. Its effect will last for 3 months. Now we take the iron. Let's go through the hair of Zemfira, my doll with curly hair. In this case, we set the temperature to 420 Fahrenheit. It's about 210 degrees Celsius. For the Lena's model, you can use a lower temperature, for example, 395 Fahrenheit. It's about 205 degrees Celsius. The hair is already straightened. You do not want to injure them more. But of course, you will not be able to injure the hair thermally if it is completely covered with keratin product. If the product is distributed properly, and if it was thoroughly dried, then you have nothing to worry about. The only thing is if the hair is blonde. Then you need to use a more gentle mode. You can use this comb from the training kit. It is designed for pulling the hair. I wanted to offer it to Lena, but she does a great job with the usual one. We pass with an iron from 5 to 7 times. At the ends, 3 to 4 times. I mean, we should avoid a strong impact on the ends. The wavy hair after drying are the thinner strands you need to use. When pulling the hair, it is important to maintain a 90-degree angle from the skull. We are ready to demonstrate you the results. This doll had damaged hair. What can you say about the effect? Hair became denser, heavier, more straight. It is very beautiful and shiny. I like the result. Excellent! Well, your model is ready to go on a date. My model is Zemfira. She was curly. Basically, all the products worked well with her, straightening her hair. The texture of this hair was closer to medium and fine. I think there was no thick hair, or there was very little in the total mass. Step unique. Worked perfectly. Hair is straight. This is Amazonless. Here the hair is also straight. What else can we check? You can completely wash the doll to summarize the results of this training. Dry the hair and see what effect remains. Very interesting. Let's see what'll remain straight. And what become wavy. You can choose a product for your customers or yourself in this way. Hooray! We are done with all keratins, both organic and Botox. And we only have a part with the Amazonless product left. There is a third step in this program. The last one. It is a fixing mask. What should we do? We will wash the area with Amazonless and apply a mask there. This is the part on the doll's head, front right. And at the same time, we will wash off all other products in order to dry the doll completely. And find out how the hair will look in everyday life. Also, we will see which products straightened the hair completely and which not. Let's check. We wash Amazonless from the hair. You can even see the quality of the hair. And now we are applying step 3, mask. To complete the procedure, it is necessary to apply a moisturizing mask. Now wash the rest of the hair. Do not forget this. This is not a part of the procedure. We just want to see what happens when the client has washed their hair and estimate what the result of the products from our kit the client may expect in everyday life. Wash off. So, we washed the doll. Let's dry out its hair now to see the final result. Now I'm just drying the hair without any styling products and combs. In this situation, if your client has curly hair, you should inform them that the hair will look straight after these products. Only if the client will dry their hair with a hair dryer and an ordinary comb. If the client with curly hair washes it and leave to dry naturally, not using hair dryer, the hair most likely become wavy. I mean, in order to see the effect of the product, the client will need to dry their hair with a hair dryer, or at least dry it a little. This is the finished work. Let's see what happens when your client will wash off all the products and dry the hair. with a hairdryer, helping themselves with a comb, and not using the styling products. This is the zone with Amazonless. Long-term straightening for 6 months. Curly hair, African American type. Now is almost completely straight. At this zone, we used Tonino. We didn't use a flat iron. Here, the hair of our doll is also almost straight. The root zone has straightened as well. The effect will last up to 3 months. Depending on lifestyle, you should recommend your client to use sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners. And then the client will have their hair straight up to 3 months. And here on the back, on the second half we used Step Unique. This is a single-phase keratin that lasts up to 4 months. It worked great on this doll with the type of hair, and I would have stopped my choice on it. Because the application time is short, but it quickly straightened the hair and did everything to make our client's life easier. And on this part of the head, we used Botox, blonde Botox, and original Botox Pink. Let me show you so you can remember. Blonde Botox and pink Botox. I can't say that the doll has a completely straight hair here. I see there are some nuances. In the zone at the temple and in the basal zone, Botox is not designed to straighten curly hair. It is designed for hair restoration. The camera cannot show how soft the hair became. On this part of the head, the hair has become very soft and blonde Botox. Despite the fact that we did not get a level of lightening high enough, blonde Botox shows lovely. Anti-yellow effect. Hair looks more natural. Once again, if you want, you can re-lighten the doll. And try Botox on lighter hair to see a greater effect on the blonde, the quality of the hair. And the last zone is hair with Amazonless. Compared to other products, it gives amazing shine and softness. What do we do with the client when the procedure is finished? As you saw it for yourself, the doll was new. We had just unpacked our training kit. And besides the fact that we prepared the doll's hair with a deep cleaning shampoo, after the procedure, we often have a situation with the client that the ends look damaged or haven't straightened completely. Unfortunately, keratins do not always work well at the ends, and they do nothing to improve the condition of the hair ends. What do we offer in such a situation? Inform the client that you should definitely cut off the ends about 1.5 inches to give the hair a healthier final look. And now we will do it. By the way, the training on how to use the keratin products is finished. We are just preparing the model now. That is, we are now working on the final look of our model as a training.